Have you ever tried building a business app, an internal tool, or a client portal? You're finding yourself duct taping a bunch of tools together just to make it work? Tools like Airtable and Softr and Zapier. Well, what if there was an app builder that was also your backend, your database, meaning no more sync delays, no API call limitations, and no third-party app bottlenecks. A central app to both manage and visualize your data. Plus, you're saving money on subscriptions. Well, Softr just shipped one of its biggest updates yet, introducing Softr Databases, and it changes everything. You can now store your data directly inside Softr. No more relying on external platforms, no more battling record limits, and no more patching tools together just to get your app off the ground. Hey there, I'm Alex Knowles from automationhelpers.com, and we help companies get automated and build tools using industry-leading portals, apps, and integrations. Softr recently released Softr Databases, enabling users to both manage and visualize their data in the one place. This eliminates the need for other apps like Airtable, SmartSuite, or Google Sheets. Create, read, update, and delete without the need for third-party tools. This boosts performance, reduces setup complexity, and delivers a fast, more responsive experience. Let's not waste any time. Let's dive straight into the platform and check out how you can use Softr's databases to build, manage, and connect your data to your apps. So we'll notice straight away that we've got the side panel with a new tab, Databases, which does differ from data sources. We know data sources enables you to connect to Airtable, Google Sheets. Databases will be the native tables of data that live within your Softr account. So we'll notice I've got some already built connected to my apps. Let's create one from scratch. We can select this, or we can create a new database this way. Then we'll be given a blank database. Now we can change the name and the color and add a description. I might go for a nice orange, and I'll just label this vendor database. I'll save that. I'm actually missing data for my vendor management portal or app, so let's create some data for it. Now we'll notice that we've got no data currently, but we are given a name, description, and status field by default. We can always opt for what fields we want to view by selecting this here, but let's actually add some new fields. So what do we need for a vendor? Well, let's bring in an email field because we do need to know how to contact them. I'll just rename this field here as vendor because I will want to have a field that will be for contact, which will be a short text. And I probably should mention the fields that we have available. Now, excitingly, we do have the option to link our tables together, which we'll check out in a moment. We'll also bring in a user because we will have a vendor manager, and we'll save that. Now, I'm just going to grab some dummy data from ChatGPT to bring into this database. So I brought in some data for our vendors. Let me just quickly change the name of this table to vendors. We'll save that. We added some extra fields. We've got vendor ID, vendor name, contact, email, phone, manager, and category. Let's also add a status field. Now, there isn't a default status field, so we'll use a select. We'll say status, and we'll input active, pending, and inactive. And like any data management tool, we also have the ability to customize our data further. Active, you get green, pending, inactive, red, and we'll save that. We can also opt for multiple selection by toggling it on there. What other fields can we add? I'll just quickly add this so we have almost all are active except for Yara Greyjoy, inactive, and Tyrell, inactive. Let's see what other fields we can add. Now we'll look at linked records and lookup fields in a moment. Short text, files, so you can bring media and images in. Checkbox, select, single select, and multi-select within the one field. User, so you can assign this and bring in a vendor manager, which I will update this soon. John So is no longer working with us, so I need to update that. Email, contact details, date, number, currency, percent, rating, formula, interestingly. So you do have a powerful database here. You won't still have to rely on Airtable. Roll-up field, created at, etc., and auto number. We've also got a button field coming soon, which is incredibly exciting, especially for your front-end facing portals and apps. But a database shouldn't have just one table, so let's create some other tables and then link them together. Okay, so we brought in some other data. We've got our contracts. we've got our performance reviews. I'll leave it at that for now. We'll look at some other examples soon. But we want to ensure that the contracts are connected to the vendors. We've done this through a linked record where we've brought in the vendor's ID. But the performance reviews, they're still not connected. Now, we've made it easy by including a simple numbering system. All we need to do is add a field, link to another record. We'll select the vendors as the source table. We don't want to allow multiple linkings, so we'll save that. And then all we need to do is then pull in vendor 1, vendor 2, and so on. From here, we can then add a lookup field to include other fields from our vendor source table. So we'll select lookup, and the lookup source will be the link to other record, will be the vendor ID. Lookup source will be the link to another record, and the field we want to bring in, let's say it's the vendor name. This will automatically pull the vendor's name, House Stark, from the vendor's table. And we can add another lookup field and bring in other data. For instance, we will want to bring in vendor manager so that we know who's currently working on that. Now, we will look at bringing actual users in. You will, of course, want to rename your field. So like this is vendor ID. This lookup field here would be the vendor name, and we'll update that. Now, if we jump into vendors, we also have the ability to filter and sort our views. So let's say, for instance, we only want to see our active vendors. Well, we could add a condition so that the status is active. We're only showing those. And here we can see that we've got the default view. We can add multiple views. So let's say, for instance, we wanted to name this our active vendors. I'll save that. We can add another view, and this can be our pending vendors. And then we would just need to set the filter for that so that it only shows those with status set to pending. Super straightforward. Now, if you do want to create complex conditions and logic, well, you can also lean on Softr's AI to get that done. Something else we need to mention is creating a roll-up field, which does differ from a lookup field slightly because it allows you to calculate. So we'll select roll-up. We'll bring that in. Now we'll select the vendor ID because we changed that title. We'll select the vendor ID because this is the linked record here. Now I'm back in the vendors table, and I'm quickly going to add a currency field. Now here in our contracts table, we have an estimated value for each individual contract. Rather than having that as a number field, I'm going to change that and make that a currency field, and we'll save that. Now, we currently only have one contract per vendor. So let's just create another record. Of course, it'll be 6, 7 will be the next. We want to connect it to vendor 1. We'll just put in some dummy information here. We'll say shipping again, and we'll say this is valued at 75K, and we'll jump into our vendors. We'll make sure that we've got a linked record to our contracts. Here in our contracts table, we have the value of each contract, and it's also linked to the vendor ID. Now, currently we don't have two-way linking. So if we jump on our vendors, we won't have a field available for that linking. We'll have to create one because we want to work out how much value each vendor is bringing in. So we'll link to our contracts table, we'll save, and we're just going to add a view that shows us all. So I have no filter set there. We've got the link to record. Let's just pull this over, and we'll select link to another record. We'll quickly put these in. Okay, so I've included all of those except the new one. Now we do need to ensure that we change this name, contracts, and we allow multiple linking because we've got multiple contracts for vendor 1, the House Stark. So we'll then bring in number 7. Then we're going to add a roll-up field, which differs from the lookup field because we can actually apply calculations to it. So let's say total value of the vendor, and the related records to roll up from is contracts. The contracts field to roll up, well, that's going to be the contract value. And here we'll see the formula that we have available. We can bring in the minimum value of those contracts. We can add those contracts together and get a total value. And we brought in the total value. So we can see that each of these contracts, they directly relate to the price of the contract. If we jump back in, we can see it matches. But because we've got 2 contracts for vendor 1, House Stark, well, that's going to give us the total value there, 125. Now we can take that further and actually format that value through a formula field. But let's take a look at connecting your database to your app. Now I have the vendor database here and I'll need to connect that to my vendor management. But first, I'd better mention that you do have the option to import your data as a CSV file and soon directly through Airtable and Google Sheets. So let's jump into our vendor management app. And here you'll see a change in the header navigation. We have interface, users, and data. If we jump into data, we'll notice that nothing is currently connected, but we can connect to our Softr Databases, and then that will bring in all of our data tables that exist. So we'll select the add icon, and here you'll see a change in your header navigation. We've now got the data tab. If we select that, we'll notice that we have Softr Databases available, but in our interface, we need to add a block so that we can connect that. We'll select our vendors, and then for the source, we'll select the dropdown, Softr Databases. We know that we want to select our vendor database, and then the specific table for this will be our vendors. And then we'll notice that straight away, our vendors will pull through. Then when we share this with our users and they update that information, the information is going to directly populate and update our vendor database that we have in Softr. This will be the same for your client portals, internal tools, and business apps. You'll have a beautiful front-end app, and then on the back end, you'll manage and easily connect to your Softr databases. Something I absolutely love that Softr has done as well is that you don't have to jump to your home dashboard to be able to access the databases connected to your app. You can do this directly through apps. You're not jumping through tabs. If we select our client portal database, we can directly update and make changes to the data from the app editor, which is incredibly powerful and super intuitive. So kudos to Softr for that. If you're also wanting to build a proof of concept app, well, you can heavily rely on the tables generation through AI, which will have presets or enable you to prompt to build a database using dummy data. If you're running operations, managing your data, or trying to duct tape a bunch of tools together just to create a beautiful and clean app or tool, well, Softr has now got you covered. Softr Databases marks a major shift for users. Previously, you had to bring your own data source like Airtable or Google Sheets, and now Softr has its own built-in, and might I add, powerful database. You've also got a faster setup and simpler maintenance because you're not connecting and syncing with an external tool. You can expect better performance and flexibility because the data now lives natively. And this means more control over access and permissions. Plus, you know that your data will be secure. Softr Databases now turn Softr into an all-in-one platform for building web apps and internal tools. No external backend needed, and you know that your data is safe and secure in the one platform. If you haven't started building with Softr, why not? You can do it today completely free. Just check out the description of this video to find a link and get started today.